right, it's takeover time once again here at Sonic Academy Towers, and this coming month we have pulled out the big guns for the Trance Takeover.
Nature from Protoculture.
James Diamond here, and welcome to the massive Trance Takeover month.
We're back with another full track walkthrough tutorial series.
We bring you not one, but 3 various masterclasses from 3 different producers.
First up, it will be myself providing you with a course from start to finish on uplifting kind of a state of trance, future sound of Egypt style.
And up next we got progressive Kingpin, South African Protoculture, leading us through progressive / trance 2.0, although I do hate that term. 2.0, 2.32.
Where you're going to be creating a sort of progressive trance remix in the style of sort of Anjuna beats.
And then we've got Sean Tyers to finish it off, bringing you the kind of main stage, harder edged of the 1 through 8 sound.
You can probably follow along with pretty much any other DAW out there. Something for everybody, right from the beginners to more seasoned producers.
There will be a remix competition in which the prize is £500 plus your release on Sonic Academy Records.
Don't worry, you're going to be given all of the resources and the stems and all of the project files.
And to help you on your path, Sonic Academy is also providing you a bunch of great content.
An amazing new preset bank just for the course. I've been using it throughout all of my courses, and I've been using it in a lot of my new productions as well. Really fantastic.
And we bring you an all-new trance sample pack called Trance DNA,
as well as an amazingly engineered Kick 2 preset pack.
Over this month, you're going to be seeing some amazing insights from legendary producers and DJs such as Brian Carney, John O'Callaghan, Mayor Levy, and Orion Nilsson.
You'll get professional insights and the ability to chat with the Sonic Academy team.
I'm going to be on the forums, hopefully to answer any of the questions that you've got.
I will see you over at sonicacademy.com.
So hopefully I'll see you in some of the courses.
So what are you waiting for? Enroll now to stay in the loop about the upcoming Trance Takeover event. See you there. Bye-bye.
Hi folks, and welcome to another Sonic Academy live show, and today my special guest is Chris.
We've been practicing all day, and he goes, is it join me, join with, join by, what do we say? So special guest, that's fine, that's good.
Yeah, special guest.
Hello young Philip, how are you?
Not too bad. Quite warm
Good.
actually.
It
I
is.
was expecting it to be sort of cold, but it's like kind of warm in the studio.
I think it's be like quite mild tonight in the UK, which is not good. Welcome along, everybody. Lovely to see all the old names, and lovely to see some new names. So let's give a shout out to some people: Leonardo Lewis, Paddy Freethinker. Paddy, we got your demo in today. We got it 4 times actually, so we'll get through to that. Techalite, hello. Deadly Custard, hello. To Asteroid Miner, to Skylar Ocean, to DJ Cool, Mets, Mr. Ejeka in the chat. That is Transwax. So if you want to peck his head about all things trance, you could say hello, Gary, and say, tell us how to become a superstar DJ. So yeah, welcome along to our trance event. It has been pretty mega.
Yeah, it's the biggest one yet. So
yeah,
we've had most entries so far by quite a bit, I think.
Quite a bit, and the biggest lineup we've ever had, because do you know why?
Because we love trance.
And trance guys are just generally nicer.
You reckon?
Techno guys are kind of hard to get. Trance guys
yeah.
So, look, we called upon some old friends like Brian Kearney, John O'Callaghan, or Jan Meyer, who we've been friends with for a long, long time. Mr. Sean Tyers, absolutely, and of course, Protoculture, and one of the most popular tutors that we've had on Sonic Academy. Every time he does a course, everyone just loves his teaching. Is James Diamond. So
yeah.
So time. Concept of this was, let's go through all the different styles of genre. There's the Trance 2.0, Trance Anjuna style, the A State of Trance, sort of middle of the road style, and then the 138 banging style.
So what's gone out so far, and what's still to come?
So everything has gone out. All the masterclasses have gone out today. We had Sean Tyers land. You should watch it, but strap yourselves in, because it is a full-on manic go through. It's kind of like just a look inside Sean's brain. It's just nothing is set in stone, and things can change like that on a dime. So
yeah, because it wasn't actually it was supposed to be just tech tips, and it ended up being pretty much a full course, didn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, he said he was meant to do 10 tech tips on his style, and he went, "Look, I just got into it and started recording, and so there's the course. So a brilliant, brilliant course.
And we have interviews as well. When are they live yet? Or
So they're coming next week. So we have Mr. John O'Callaghan, Mr. Brian Kearney, Mr. Orjan Nielsen, and Mr. Mario Levy. I've been on the floor pissing myself laughing at John O'Callaghan all week as we're editing it, because he's just
and
he's-
did we get?
he's
Because
just-
we were thinking about doing a quick cut up of some of those interviews. Did we get that? So that happened.
So that, yes, we'll get those out today. We'll get snippets out over the next few days. We're just finalizing that interview, getting it all ready.
Yeah.
It was about 2 hours of interviews. We're trying to chop down to 20 minutes, and it's quite hard. So we'll get that done. We've also got our massive remix competition, which is you can download the parts to all the 3 masterclasses, choose which one you want, get the vocals, get loads and loads of content there, and make your own remix to win. Philip?
Win 500 quid. Is that right? 500 squidlies.
500
Who pays that? Do you
smackaroonies.
pay that?
I pay that out of my
Out of
child's
your DJ
child-
fees.
out of my child's piggy
I
banks.
notice you've got a set of decks in the background there. More
I do know.
specifically, my decks.
I was going in my mind all week to put a cover over that so you didn't see it.
To remind
So,
you. Any
yeah.
chance I can get them back at some point?
Well, no, because I'm having a birthday party at the end of the month, so can I keep
Right.
them for
Okay.
that?
Okay. Fair enough. And tell us a bit. Why have you got decks, Chris? Have you been DJing again?
I have been out on the road again. Can you count 2 dates as out on the road? Well, they were pretty big dates. Like I did a big date in London, Peach 30th birthday in a beautiful place, Camden Palace,
Nice.
and that was just insane. And the big festival over here, which is called Planet Love, I did Subculture stage with John O'Callaghan, Brian Kearney. I can't even remember who. Factor B and a few other heads. So I was
Always
on
good
that.
fun that if you can
It
if you
is.
can weather the storm, as it were. And it was muddy,
Well,
wasn't it?
It was more than money. Our tent had about 6 inches of water in it, so every other tent was fine. We must have been at the bottom of the field, and all the water ran down, and it was pretty woeful. They have had brilliant weather up until now, so
Yeah.
it was due.
I
It was
haven't
due,
been to
so
one for years since.
Yeah.
Don't think I've been to one since. I think I went to one year when I wasn't playing, and it's just not as much fun.
and then what I'm missing. My daughter's going away on a trip, and I have to take her to the airport on Saturday. But I was invited down to the SSE Arena with Gabriel and Dresden and a big orchestra,
Oh, very cool.
and they're doing El Nino.
Oh.
So yeah, so I was
Were you
invited down.
going to do keys?
No, I was just going to sit in the crowd and watch it. so it'll be interesting. I would love to have gone and seen what they've done with it. You know, how they've done it and how they interpret it.
Yeah.
So
I know.
interesting.
Because I did a classical mix of
Every day. Which I sent them. I said, if you're doing classical, here's one slow down and beautiful strings and stuff. And then it was Dave Seaman actually contacted me a few months ago and said, look, we want to do El Nino. Can you send me it? So
Yeah.
there you go. There you go. So what about you? What have you been up to?
I'm doing a remix actually at the minute
Oh.
for someone in the chat.
Oh. Who? Somebody famous in the chat?
Maybe I don't know. I don't know if I'm even allowed to say. So I'll wait till he says something. But
Okay, right.
Um,
we'll have a look.
and
yeah.
I am actually doing it. He did message me this week, and I didn't get back to him. But it is in progress, and I don't need the MIDI. I think I've got it sorted out. So
Sorry, are you conducting business here in the
he did message. Yeah, he's just said he did message me back. Yeah, I know.
And you've totally given yourself away here. So
Oh well,
there
it sounded
you
good.
go.
It sounded good. I'm trying to go. It's really hard because I don't want to do just like a modern trance thing because I don't think that's you don't ask me to do a sort of a remix of stuff.
and hold on a second. Can I just stop you there?
Yeah,
After all my gigs, big shows, and blah blah blah, did you ask me to do a bloody remix? No. Shocking behaviour. He knows full well he would never get a remix
you know,
off me.
you don't do it anymore. No, so yeah, it's been fun. It's been interesting trying to sort of balance that bridge of like making it sound really nice, but I want it to have sort of a retro vibe. I think the album is generally, or the stuff he's working on is sort of like has elements of that. I think that's always what Transpac thing's been about. But so there's it's good fun.
Okay.
So I'm underway. I was listening to stuff. Do you know what? I actually was playing about with Anna too, for the lead sound, and I think I did a preset based on, Push Universal Nation, and I used
Right.
it, and it just had this really nice sort of arpeggiated sort of like saw, and it sounded really cool. So
Oh.
might go down that route. There's a few angles I'm working on. So
Okay, well, I'm sure we're all down to hear that.
yeah.
So we are. Brilliant. Well, look, that's us all caught up with everyone. Listen, there are a few more people on. Stu Milner, hello. Alex, Helix Holmes, Tony, how you doing? Floka, welcome along. Haven't seen your name before. Pink Pamplemousse, who has, I think, previously won.
Yeah.
Or come second. So always look forward to his remixes. So welcome along. So we're going to dive in
Yeah.
and have a listen to some of the mixes. I don't know if you saw.
What's happening there? What am I doing?
You're showing us the studio stream.
Yeah.
I'm sure nobody's
that's
really.
because I haven't actually. That's okay. That's okay.
Sorry,
Is that
we're
better?
just.
Is that
We
better?
may just
We're a
be
bit
a
rusty.
little bit
yeah.
rusty.
Just
Yeah,
a bit
yeah,
rusty.
yeah. So, hopefully this will all work. So who's up first?
These are in no particular order. We thought we'd just not even listen to them this week because it was just enough to fit in the thing. So we're just gonna hear them fresh and give our fresh opinions.
So Skylar, I know you're in the chat. Say hello. You're first up, and let's have a listen. What do you think of that as a start?
Kind of maybe giving a bit too much away with the vocal too early, potentially.
It all depends if you're approaching like a radio edit.
What was that at the end of that vocal?
Oh, what was that? Welcome back. Come rewind it.
Oh, no audio. No audio. Why have we got
audio.
no audio? Okay, sorry. Let's. Thought we'd fix it. We installed the new version of. Let's see if this works. If this doesn't work, we could be in trouble.
I could be filming for the next 10 minutes. Please.
Let's crash. Don't do that.
No, don't be crashing. Right, I'll fill. When you put us full screen. Go and do your thing.
It's annoying.
Is it just crashed?
Well, it's just Ableton's been really janky today.
So we were trying this earlier on. We don't know whether you've console one. You got the new console one, did you?
No, I don't think it will be. I always buy controllers and then never use them.
Yeah.
So,
what am I going to talk about now? Just Phil. Yeah. Trance Takeover. So yes, I suppose the other thing we should mention, there are brilliant preset packs. Anna 2, a new trance preset pack there. There is a trance sample pack. We're doing a new series called Trance DNA, where we're going to try and get in the sample pack, get to the heart of what the genre is, and a mega, genuinely brilliant Kick 2 pack coming. I've sent it around a few of our team here, some of the sound designers, and they've all come back and went, "Whoa, this is amazing."
Yeah,
so,
we'll not divulge shall we divulge how we secretly did it? I don't know.
I wouldn't.
It's top secret project.
It's a top secret project, and once we reveal the project, it should blow all your little tiny minds. So,
but yeah, it was fun making them, and
quite easy to make them.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. It did take me quite a long time.
Who did it?
Just well, it how do I say it? It wouldn't, but it did. It won't in the future.
So Mr. Ejeka is asking me what did I play. I was booked to play a producer set, but I interspersed it with a couple of newer things because I did a producer set at Luminosity, which you can watch on YouTube this year, which was pretty cool. I did a producer set down at Peach, and I kind of thought with the big festival-y thing, you just need some more interesting things. Is this not happening?
I think Black Hole is just because we use Black Hole to route the audio out of Ableton, so it goes into the live stream, and I just installed it because it was a bit glitchy, and I think it maybe has even made it more glitchy.
Okay.
Let me just.
So I'll just keep talking.
Well,
Would you like to
wait.
here? Why don't we do an Ask Me Anything here for the next 5 minutes? There's loads of guys on the chat.
Yeah.
Ask me anything. If you've a burning a question about production or dating or Sonic Academy, post the questions and I'll answer as quickly as I can. So the kick pack isn't live yet. No, it's not live yet. Shall we come back later? No, stay. Don't go
No,
anywhere.
we'll be all right.
Don't-
We'll be all right. We'll figure it out.
We're total pros.
Are you? Okay, so let's see what we've got. I'm just the sample rate's fine. Buffer size is fine.
Okay, so the deadline for the competition, Pink Pamplemousse, is next. It'll probably be Wednesday night UK time, but it actually is Thursday morning. So it's midnight PT time, which is the last time zone. So if you're in California, you've got to midnight. If you're in the UK, you've got until Thursday morning, 7 a.m. sort of time. So, do you still play gigs as a Nelly Nelson duo?
Oh,
We do sometimes.
I think it might be working.
Oh.
I think it might be working.
Right, you're talking for the next 20 minutes. I'm
Okay.
shutting up.
I think it might be working.
So,
Okay, let us know in the chat, fam, if this is working.
can you let me listen to it? Can you send me listen to link?
Oh, of course, listen to it.
Yep, all good. All good. There we go. I do apologise. We're not usually this bad, are we?
We've had our moments before.
Earlier on the chat, people were talking about who's going to have a beer. I was thinking today back to when we were doing this glorious lockdown, and I used to get really pissed. Just sitting drinking loads of red. I used to bring a bottle of red wine in here. And
we used to go to the pub after, remember? We used to do them together and then go to the pub and all.
Yeah. So, there we go. Right, I've got to listen to the link. 2 seconds.
Okay.
lag.
I'll start it from the start for you so you can...
Brilliant.
We're back in business?
We're back in business.
Right, nobody
Scanner
touch anything.
Right. I'll be quiet. Skeller said he hadn't done the intro yet, so that's why he just started with the first verse. So there you go.
Okay, cool.
I do apologise. Well, here we go. How did that sound to you?
It sounded a bit weird, but then
Yeah.
it's
But we're so used to it, so it might be okay.
but then should you ever like mess with a vocal in a remix in that way?
Oh,
I actually like the track when it comes in.
oh. Oh, I like this.
Yeah, really,
we-
really nice chords and
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah, I like.
It's got a nice vibe. It's nice and bouncy
Yeah.
and uplifting, and
Yeah, it's
but
kind of
also
happy, you know.
whoa, what was that? It's cool. I appreciate the creativity in that,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it sounds a bit odd to me, potentially. It's got very sort of classical there with his chord changes, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
certainly.
What's that? Is that what's that chord of? Is that like Grace or something? Was it the second
That-
Grace track?
There was definitely a Grace vibe for me, yep. So nice.
I mean, we have to admit the vocal didn't turn out exactly how we wanted it to.
Yeah.
I sort of wrote it and then I did like an AI thing on it, and then we thought we'd get it sung properly because the AI thing wasn't 100%. But it's not the best, is it?
it was all remote, and it never came together the way we wanted it.
Yeah, and we were really stuck for time. Yeah, I really like that. I really like the middle section.
Cool.
Working really well. Really nice vibe. Bouncy. Real nice chords. The chord change, I think, it's interesting. It does. It's sort of, it adds, I suppose, a different element to it.
So yeah, good. We'll have to motor through these. How many have we got? Like 12 or so.
Yeah, we keep going.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I like that. Obviously, it needs more arrangement work. It's just sort of a sketch, which is sort of the point of this session, I guess. Okay, I'm going to say the thing. If that was on your computer, what would be the first like 5 things you would do to sort of improve it?
I would remove all the sort of pitch bending-y, voicey things because they're a bit gimmicky and they don't sort of sit. The happiness is great. I thought there was a bass sort of note going up or down that was a bit sort of weird in my ear, and ear candy, just a bit more ear candy.
Yeah.
Hats were a bit too much for me.
I thought there could be another layer or just a reverb or something or some other sound to sort of give a bit more depth in the sort of background area, you know, whether you put that just a reverb on top of that lead line or there's some other element that's just sort of sitting back to just give it that sort of bigger, dreamier space. You don't want to take away too much from the sort of attack of those stabs, but just maybe something to just add a bit of depth in the background would be.
I think your backbone is there, which is, you know, the hardest part. Your main body's there. It's just adding the flesh to it.
Okay, we're just gonna get Free Thinkers out of the way because he's got 3 tracks, 4 tracks, 3 tracks. I think 2 of these might actually be the same. So,
I think there's him. No?
Well, let's go through it and just check. Cool, interesting start. Could go anywhere.
Yeah.
Audio still looks good.
Not in love with that kick now. It's quite
No.
funky. Feels like the kick is an octave too high almost, isn't it?
Yeah, it's sort of, and it's going doom, doom, you know, it's got a note to it that's maybe extending too long. I like the chords there, the way.
Again, this is very not over yet.
Yeah. Maybe a couple too many fighting arps there, sort of.
Jesus, that really sounds like I die for you.
That might have been the original. I think maybe I nicked the chords off the original. I'm not sure, but there sounds like there's side chaining on the vocal.
Yeah, it's a bit weird.
Yeah, okay, let's see. Okay, it goes back into that section. Okay, well, let's go to one of the other ones and see if it's the same one. So that's different. Is that the same as that first one?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we got this one. Is this a second? Is it a different one then? Faster? So must have done a remix on maybe both the courses.
Gary says the Perfecto mix of Grace is classic. The BT mix of Grace is one of the most epic productions you'll ever hear in your life.
Agreed.
Paddy, try and pick one path to go down. You know, be convinced of where you're going. If you're sort of flip flopping, I would be, you know.
Bit of 303 action, nice.
Quite like that pad, that sort of icy pad.
Yeah.
I'd make that acid line a bit more staccato, a bit, you know. Yeah. Like that.
Is it just me or do people need to get more reverb on their stuff?
Yeah.
A couple of tracks just need... We should make a reverb.
We should make a reverb. Yeah, this is better.
Yeah.
I love that sort of bubbling acid line. Now, if you had a big drop there,
Yeah, sort of slightly clashing between the two elements. Yeah, I think it's that kick, because the kick's on a note,
Yeah.
isn't it?
yeah. That's a good distinct section now. That's kind of
Yeah.
different than what's gone before. I like this. I like this. Great effects.
I'd like to cry, but if you want to wipe my tears, waterfalls will fall from me. I'll agree.
What?
Tears and
What is that?
Stop.
What is that? Did we do that? Oh, hold on. Audio's gone again.
Oh.
Oh no, it's because I stopped it. Yeah. I don't know where that vocal came from. We'll just ignore that. Pretend it doesn't exist. Yeah, you shouldn't put extra vocals in people's remixes. I think is
Yeah.
the thing there. Some really nice sound elements in this.
Yeah.
It's got a good originality and then some nice creative touches and stuff. Not quite the payoff there.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Your kicks. There's some.
I'm
you're
gonna
really
because there was two mixes. I think the mixes are slightly different, so I'm just gonna see if this mix has more bass. It's kind of almost there. It's sort of the sort of right bits are there, but it's just not quite hitting the mark. Let me. It's just a balance thing, really. I think, isn't it? You know, the sort of you need to make sure your bottom end is like dugga 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 is solid, and then that sort of the lead. You know, you have to, you sort of think. I think of things in like layers. You know what I mean? Sort of from you got your from base to top, and then you've got from front to back, and everything's sort of sitting like in the same spot here.
Yeah.
You know, in the middle. So you sort of need to that lead sound should maybe have more space, so it sort of sits up and away from, the bottom end. The bottom end needs to be driving and solid, and
you can also help elements by having everything there is kind of doing the same rhythm and the same length, having slightly different rhythms so things poke through at certain point, having a bass sort of filter open up at one point and then they are opening up at a different point, so it's almost like a question and answer thing, and you can carve spaces out that way. I think Phil's right, it seems to be this big clump in the sort of upper mids.
Yeah,
and
I think Chris is right. You need to have a strong idea in your head of what are the main elements, what are the secondary elements, and sort of you want to push secondary elements further back into space and also sort of down in the mix. You want to have your main sort of element and have it big and sort of but yeah, I think just a bit of a mix in there.
And reverb.
Yeah.
Okay.
More reverb.
Next.
More reverb.
More reverb. If there's one thing that you can take away tonight is
more reverb.
More reverb.
I always say more reverb, but I just love reverb and everything. I think when I'm listening to stuff on Spotify or stuff or whatever, when we were doing the playlists for this course, I was like, wow, there's a lot of reverb on a lot of tracks. You know what I mean? Like, especially like just there was a lot of. I was listening for the sort of at the layers of stuff, and there's a lot of incidental sort of reverb, motion, and pads and things going on in the background that are just you have to really listen to hear them, but they sort of add this sort of sense of space and just bigness.
Yeah, and but it gives you the confidence to also take elements out that you don't have to have too much because you want to hear the reverb and feel that space. Nice, interesting start. Who's this?
This is Dennis Eucken.
Dennis, if you're in the chat, please say hello. Like this. Oh, Dennis. There he's there. Ness is definitely more.
Like those mid bass lines are giving me the vibes. Nice wee ear candy bits.
Again, the kick sounds high. It sounds. Oh.
Fits well with the bass though.
Yeah, it does sit well with the bass once the bass kicks in.
Still got audio, yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
It's quite a dark wee melodic bit there. Almost sigh. There's a good sort of tinge of sigh elements in that.
Here we go for the drop. Or the break.
It's weird the way the bass thing didn't come in at the start there.
It could be because it's a demo, could have just missed it.
Yeah.
There's something there is a bit clashy, is it?
Echoes of love is all I've ever found. Echoes of you are just echoing around. Feelings that slip away, burning through my heart. Always I run away, right back to the start.
Really have to apologize for that vocal. It's my fault. It's just the timing of it's not right at all. But it was right in the version that I sent, but I don't know. Just didn't notice it. I like the riff. I like the elements. Again, just get more reverb on that. Make it bigger. It needs to be bigger and like background stuff and sort of.
I don't think the vocal works with it. It's all a bit confusing in my head. The drums they're throwing me a bit.
I'm not sure that works that bit for me.
So, pause it there. you have this really driving bass at the start, this sort of psych trance bass,
Yeah, it should really be.
and then when it drops, on the drop, you have a held note bass, and it just kind of loses all this sense of
momentum and
momentum and going forward. So
yeah. That snare sounds weird to me. It's like there's a small room reverb baked into it, which sort of detracts from this bigness, I think,
yeah,
for me. Yeah, I mean, if you can't get away with trance tracks with that, low baseline, sidechain thing, but it needs to be massive, and you need to be doing that at the start as well. You know what I mean? And I think even in tracks that do use that sort of, low end like single note baseline, there is some sort of still mid elements that are to drive it along to keep it sort of moving.
Yeah, if you listen to sort of even Myers stuff, and it can have a low drone, but they will have staccato-y elements, keep
the speed.
Yeah, and then they're playing the drums off those as well to keep it all going. Cool.
Do you know what I'm gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
I might break.
I don't.
I hope I won't break it. I just want to show the kick pack.
Yes. Okay.
Is that allowed?
If you show it in the correct plugin, yes.
I'm gonna. Well, I should have even showed people my plugin folder because there's stuff in there that people should.
If you just want to pause and have a look.
I'll just quick couple of quick kicks. Where are we? Trance Takeover.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just because that quick kick was kind of weak.
Yes. So here's what I kick.
I wonder, can we? We're not gonna be able to get it in time, are we? We're not going to be able to get it in time, Chris.
What do you mean? Oh, right. Can you just play it?
There's a kick. I'm going to go through these super quick. We'll get it at the sort of right space. So these were all meticulously recreated from a bunch of basically all the tracks we used in our playlist for referencing for the courses.
Oh. Ali, Armin.
Not sure what that one is.
Ferry. Hybrids.
So these are using all the different elements of some 138 bangers. Getting a few clicks and pops. Okay, it's maybe because I'm banging out too loud. Okay, glitchy. We're getting glitches. Anyway.
Oh, we got the glitch.
Yeah.
How do we reset the glitch? Is it?
Well, when I do the buffer thing now, though, it seems to break.
Oh, right. So you're scared to do the buffer thing.
Do the buffer thing. Anyway, there's kicks. Shameless plug.
Shameless plug. Okay. Yeah. No, there's not too much tonal elements of those kicks. There's a real sort of, it's all very sub and a nice punchy, tame top end. It's not too clicky either. So
I'm just going to ask the guys here: are we just getting clicks through the DAW sound? We're not getting clicks through our mics and stuff.
Glitch pack.
Glitchy kicks. Right.
Glitch.
What should we do? Let me just have a look.
Yeah, it's only the DAW.
Okay, so I'm going to try changing this.
You could have to listen to me again for another 10
might work. Okay, should we do it?
Whatever.
Okay, I'll go. Will I go up or down? I'll go.
Do you know what I find? We've got all new Mac Studios. They're amazing, but Apple seems to have made the audio so bloody complicated.
Oh, well, I think it worked.
Oh, jeez.
Let us know if it worked.
Give us a thumbs up. Okay, so is this
same mix? That's the same one, yeah. Any final thoughts on that one? Bigger kick?
bigger kick, less tonal. The elements were all a bit confused.
Pick if you wanted to be a drive-in sci thing or that. I think you.
I always had a worry, Phil, that sometimes remixers had a track sitting and they tried to crowbar your mix onto it and it bear no relation to the original. So always try and have some relationship with the original. I always found it a bit offensive when people sent me back a remix and it was sod all to do with my track.
Yeah.
Like,
So I think it's like a, if you've got like three main elements, you've got the riff, you've got the vocals, and you've got the chord progression.
yeah.
You have to do two out of those three. So either, if you're going to do something with the vocals, you have to keep the other two the same. If you're going to keep the vocals, then you know what I mean. You can change sort of one and get away with it. If you change more than one, I think you're in dodgy territory.
Yeah. There was a few times we got remixes back and we binned them because it was like, so I don't even know what this is, So.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, next one. Kikmoto? Is that how you...
Kikmoto? I think Kikmoto is he. There was something Moto one.
Wow. Really good use of the vocal. It's intense, isn't it? It's like in your face.
Yeah. Like that?
Really good use of the vocal.
And there's that.
Echoes of memories, all I've ever found. Echoes of you are just echoing around. Feelings that slip away, burning through my heart. Always I run away, right back to the start.
That's big, isn't it? Yeah, I really like those chords.
Feelings that slip away, burning through my heart.
Weird placement of the vocal there.
Always I run away, right back to the start.
Yeah, that could be. That's. I mean, it's massive. It is.
Reverb?
Yeah, some good reverb in there. Love the use of the vocal at the start. Love the use of the ahs in the middle bit. Love all the effects and sweeps. It's just really well put together. The
My big criticism would be it's a bit manic. It's a bit too much. There's nothing breathing.
yeah,
Those stabs are great.
yeah. I suppose you want maybe a bit more contrast. Maybe the breakdown.
That jarred me a bit. There was no sort of slow introduction to the vocal here. Just
Yeah, and the rest, those chords are so big and lovely. You could be milking more of that in the breakdown and sort of having it, big pads. It sort of kicks in a bit more there.
I mean, that's a big hands in the air moment,
Yeah,
isn't
big
it?
time.
That's your, you've got your big moment.
Yeah, just don't need the vocal there.
Yeah.
Yeah, really good. I mean, maybe, it's quite a long bit for a break. So if I was cutting something out, I would sort of shorten that first bit by half. So you've got more of the bit with sort of the warmth than the chords and the sort of more ethereal stuff. And then I would cut maybe one of those sections out. Maybe that, there's, looks like 8, 16, 32, 64. Is that 8, 32?
Is Kimoto in the chat? If he is, say hello. But the other thing, Phil, we got to remember as well, these are works in
Yes,
progress.
absolutely, yeah. So
we do forget.
I would. That's so much potential. Absolutely, buckets and buckets of potential. That bit there, that moment there is just That's your track there. You can just if you can work everything around that, and maybe as Chris says, it doesn't need to be as manic, stopping and starting big. Those wee tricky fills and stuff. You could probably. They're great to have when they're necessary, but you maybe don't need them as frequently.
Yeah, just they're much more effective. Sort of less is more. Used sparingly and a bit more. Oh, that's pretty cool. Rather than every 8 bars having something. But brilliant, amazing. Well done.
Okay, this is Ed Bangs.
Again, similar with the kick. Is it maybe because?
Is that a full kick in?
Could not be. Maybe not be. So Ed, hello. Welcome along. I think this is probably your first time here, is it? Yes, Paddy, the mix of the last one is really well balanced.
What do you think about that knocking hi-hat? It sounds kind of too mechanical.
Yeah.
What you could be doing there is using the kick to sidechain it, so you are getting more of a Plenty of reverb though.
Again, a bit tighter in the bass, is a bit woolly, it's a bit sort of flabby, and your kick, just a lower kick, a more punchy kick. There's a reverb on the bottom end.
Yeah, that hi-hat's annoying me. Just poking through a bit more on the down beat.
I can hear the motif in those big strings.
Yeah.
Kind of. That's nice.
That is nice, yeah. It's got like a classic vibe, this sort of an old school. Tell me this, how do you know when things go like really quiet in a club, and does that work, or does it sometimes leave too dead?
It used to, but you have to keep it short. You can't leave it too long anymore.
Yeah, hasn't milked that build up much.
No,
need some sort of a.
Have a look at loops. Look for topper loop. The percussion is, there's nothing grooving in there. Yeah. Or, no sort of hits, no sort of little one-shot interesting things.
Generally, just the balance is a bit off. The kick should be stronger. The bass is like rumbling quite low. You need to sort of have some sort of definition in those lower mids to give you that thuddy sort of vibe, and then so the layers just if you bring the kick down, you can sort of have that space to fill the sort of the bass in.
Mr. Ejek is asking about he's saying the old kick boom and the coast to coast acid line, which the coast to coast acid line appears in the new Anna 2-pack, doesn't it?
It does.
Yes. So if you want the ding 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 down, you go to the Anna 2-pack and you get it.
Yeah.
But yeah, your bass is a bit woolly for me. It's a bit sort of boom, 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 boom. It's not tick, it's not tight.
Yeah.
You maybe need sound wise, you maybe need a little more of a filter open to give it a.
Sorry, I should have that up a bit as well.
And everything is mechanical. You know,
Yeah.
There's no groove. But there's some brilliant elements. There's some really good elements.
Oh.
Cool.
Build up there. Yeah, so you've got that's one of the things that, I spend a lot of time on when I'm, doing a breakdown, is making sure that when you kick in after the breakdown that you're bigger than your breakdown. Mm-hmm. You're trying to sort of play a psychological trick on people, aren't you? That you're building something up to be really energetic, but at the same time it can't be bigger than when it kicks in, so you have to sort of manipulate frequencies and have it going on a certain length and drop other stuff and work around that sort of idea of like creating momentum and build, but actually sort of sucking the sound away almost.
Like I remember, like when we were 30 years, whenever I was releasing 20 years ago, we would actually go in and I would reduce the volume of the build a little bit, so it was about 2 dB less than the main section.
Yeah.
So when the main section kicked in, it was like, whoa, this is a big, element.
Moment, yeah.
So everything, everything's sort of doing the same 8th or 16th thing. There's nothing sort of stopping or starting or questions or answers or, light and shade sort of thing. We always talk about that. Everything's just sort of mechanical, very rhythmical, very sort of Germanic rhythmical.
Yeah,
and
there's a lot of loops out there. There's the Ultimate Drums pack. There's in the progressive section. There's actually some which would kind of work with more modern trance stuff is in there, and then we've obviously our new trance pack, which has a whole ton of loops.
There's loads of kits, and they're full kits, and then they're broken down, and then there's toppers and percussion loops and stuff in those, so you can go and grab those, and they're all gain groove. The percussion things are all sort of randomly hits that'll add interest. But the strings, I definitely knew the track from the riffs, and so that's a good. You definitely got the remix elements in there, so it's like, very good.
Okay, this is Roscoe Jack.
I'd like to ask guys on the chat while we're listening to this, where do you think trance is at the moment? Are you liking it? Do you think it's in a good place? Do you think it's in a bad place? Or there's Roscoe. Hello, Ross Mellis.
This sounds good. Nice acids.
And moving.
Yeah. Oh, that's a nice sound.
Oh yes.
It's a very nice sound. What is that sound of? Nice synth sound. Sounds almost like the we recreated that. Do you remember the Nord Lead 2 sound they used in El Nino?
Yeah. Anna 2. There's a lovely harmonic structure here.
Yeah.
Really, really love it.
Yeah, it's working really well. It sounds really sorted, like a nice mix, not too overpowering in the bottom end, but
and listen to the reverb on that lead. So.
Don't know what happened there, yeah. Yeah, it sounded like it was out of time and out of tune or something. the wombo combo.
Yes, flat. Yeah, there's something. We'll go back and look at the vocal. so bizarre because it's.
What do you think about those sort of like belly type? I'm not a mad fan of belly type sort of.
I like a bell.
You like a bell?
I don't mind a
You
bell.
don't mind a bell? I'm not a
I don't mind.
bell fan.
You're not a bell man. It's really bizarre because there's some really off-kilter elements happening that throw me.
Yeah.
It's all very, very tight and very good and very believable. And then there's some. I would go back, either lose the vocals or relook at them.
That's good as well. That. The weird sound there.
Yeah. There's some elements that are just off.
Yeah. Yeah, some really, really brilliant bits. I mean, it's
brilliant.
Yeah, it all sounds really class up to there, and then when the vocal comes in, obviously there's like a trance gate type vibe thing going on there that's out of time, and then there's a bit of.
I think the vocals are out of time as well, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, there is an intrinsic issue with those vocals in that they aren't in time.
Okay.
And they
at all?
No, they aren't really. And everyone's sort of using them in a slightly different bit because they're trying to get them to work. It's because there should be an extra syllable of length in that first section that just isn't there. But
we're making this work. We're making you work.
Sorry about that. But yeah, some really good elements. Even when it kicks in, it sounds really good. There's a couple of weird wee sounds just in there that are like atonally working against the melody and stuff.
I suppose somebody else said, Skylar said, it is hard to work with vocals if you're not used to working with vocals. Yeah. It does take a bit of experience. Gary can back us up here. I remember doing, when I did a Stone Cold remix, I spent a week retiming the vocals and just chopping syllables up and moving just to get it to work. And that just comes through experience and comes through working with vocals and just listening, going, does this sound a bit off? Is this coming in? At the start, I was always struggling to find the downbeat. Does the downbeat start here, or does it start before the bar or after the bar?
It's really tricky if you get stems and they're not actually in time, and then you're like just trying to adjust and figure out where it is.
And you can get really frustrated. And you go, I think we'll just do an instrumental dub.
Yeah. Okay.
So, cool.
Next up is, I don't even know how to pronounce that name. Alek Sej Frihilic? Can you say that?
Alexej Frihich? I don't know. Interesting. Very quiet.
Yeah. Just needs a...
Can you boost it? Hey, he's there. He's on the chat. Can you phonetically spell your name for us?
Where are you sitting with the loudness on mastering?
Me?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Where am I sitting with it?
Like where like that's at -14.
Well, I was having a discussion today about doing a course. Does -14 LUFS actually matter anymore? Do you ignore it?
Oh, that's nice vibe to the track. Sounds very Agnelli Nelson.
He's not that bad.
It's got the offbeat. You love an offbeat.
It's easy. That's why I did it. Waves Online Mastering for the win.
It is a well sorted kick bass combo there.
Yeah,
which is
my only issue with it. I've heard it a few times before, and I'm kind of
Not sure about those chords.
No, he
I'm-
says in the chat there. He said, "Look, I need to change the chord progression."
Yeah, I mean, I am not an advocate at all ever of using a major chord in the versey bit.
No, it's it can make it sound cheesy.
Yeah.
and not in a cool sort of happy way. It can be in a just cheesy way.
Yeah.
I would. It's good to have the odd minor and then one major in there, maybe, or you know what I mean.
Yeah,
That's
I
kind
think in this, if the chords are, I think it starts. I don't know. Maybe it's like if it's the Grace one, it's the G sharp, A sharp, C, which is a major, major, minor. But the actual root, although it starts on the major of the G sharp, the root of the note is still C minor. If you know what I mean.
okay. Yes.
You know,
yes.
so it's always like you're always leading up to the root.
Cool.
But if you're doing the verse bit, then you start on the C minor.
Just keep it dark.
And
Yeah,
then
keep
when it
dark.
drops into that G sharp major, then that's when you get the lift. You're like, ooh, sexy.
See a deadly concert. He has to go. So, how many have we got left?
Probably like 3. Let's just have a
3. Some timing issues going on there.
reminds me of like an Underworld track or something. That is it, Underworld or
I'm
Orbital?
just gonna say ABBA.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got a, it's a very Eurodance.
Yeah, it's got a Eurodance vibe. I think that is probably because of the major key in the core of the track. I would definitely, for trance, if you're wanting to create clubby sort of mainstream trance, then you're wanting to stick with the minors in the verses, maybe a few majors in the chorus, but not so many. So I think the rest of these are actually just random tracks.
Oh, okay. That's
Well, let's do it very quick.
All right.
Okay, I'm not even sure who this is. I don't know if that's you. Shout out in the things. We've got another Kikmoto track.
He's definitely got a style, hasn't he?
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, it's got a sort of crossover complextro trances type vibe, doesn't it? It's not quite full trance.
Fun. It's loads of fun.
Yeah. Cool. Really, really like powerful stuff.
Yeah, it's
Maximum.
pendulum-y.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like sort of really pendulum. What do you call the guy with pendulum? I can't remember his name.
Knife.
But
party
again,
or something?
but again, listen to that vocal. The diction was gone for me, and it sounded scooped. Is it like Soothe 2, just removing sort of interesting-y things, you know?
Yeah. Oh, here is actually another remix one.
Oh, there you go. This is Nikki Sato.
Decent kick. Nice snary clap. Solid.
Nice hats.
Do you like a classic 909 just in?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. Nikki, welcome along to the chat. Nice riser. Obligatory drum roll.
Good drum roll. Good kicky, snary drum roll. Yeah, working so far. Obviously hasn't been mastered yet. Still sounds powerful enough though.
And the vocals
Tell me this:
swirling around
do wide basses are wide basses an issue in clubs anymore?
Not really. No, I don't think so. It just to be more vinyl mastering, and no, I don't think so. I think stacks are pretty, beside either side now. The sounds in clubs are a lot better.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really good.
And this is the best use of the vocal I've heard tonight.
Really nice atmosphere.
Flippy nerps.
You just love a flipping nerp.
You just love a flippy nerp. But love a chords change going on here.
Yeah, let's see.
Let's see. You ready for this? Everyone, hands in the air. Oh, saw pluck.
Some warm hug saw. Very rank 1 vibes.
Nice pad.
Yeah, nice pad.
Vocal sounds good.
Yeah, very well done there.
You got it, Nikki?
Yeah, I like this a lot.
And here comes a new element, their build. We've had the vocal sits nicely, it's epic,
Give us
lots
the riff,
of reverb.
give us the riff.
So Nikki, you've got Trance in the chat saying this is it. There's a big endorsement.
Yeah. The riff is the only thing that's not quite there for me.
And I can hear that in the John O'Callaghan set. Absolutely. I like the riff.
I really like the sound of the riff. I like the sort of the energy of it. For me, the riff has to bring the melody, and I can't sing what the riff is. The top notes of your riff have to have to play a melody
Hook, right.
or a hook. And
is it too much? Too random? Going up and down? Ah, Nick, this is great. Did you save the best and last on purpose?
I genuinely didn't. I was almost not going to play it. Yeah, very good.
Very, very good.
Yeah, I personally, if that was my track right on the thing, I would be coming back and I'm working on that riff just to try and get a bit more melody in. No,
Don't listen to him, Nicky. Don't listen to
I
him.
don't. I just think it's.
You want hookier. You wanted something hookier.
Yeah, I mean, the way I sort of would figure out how to sort of improve that would be play just a melody. Not, you obviously don't have to do the diddly diddlies. Just play a melody over the top and see what the actual melody fits into the track, and then work that back into the diddly diddlies. And use those notes to do as your top notes. It doesn't have to be exact, but you want to sort of start with a nice, easy to follow melody. I mean, I always remember a thing Paul McCartney said is always have your melody just go up and down, or down and up. You know what I mean? Don't, if you're doing that with your melody, then you're going off somewhere. So you know, you want to sort of have it rising and falling.
Okay. There you go.
But then Paul McCartney didn't even fucking make Trance, so I don't know what the fuck he was talking about.
Was he ever in the Trance, the DJ Top 100?
Was he?
No, he was.
Didn't even get in the club charts, mate.
Paul who? Paul who?
I never saw him playing a Plant Love.
Did you ever see? There was a brilliant tweet when he did the track with Kanye West.
Yeah.
Some girl tweeted said, "I love how Kanye West shines a light on these up and coming artists."
Yeah.
Listen,
What do us,
thank you so
Chrissy?
much.
What do us?
That will do us, Philly. That'll do us, Philly. Nikki, thank you so much. Cake Moto, thank you so much to I'll forget. Who've Paddy sending in tracks, Skylar sending in tracks, all brilliant. Hope that was useful, and we weren't. Sometimes I come away and go, Jesus, were we a little bit too critical? But you know,
I mean, we're not here to like randomly just tell people their tracks are great. We're trying to give our honest opinion, and help. No, but with that goes with a caveat that we are idiots as well. So you do not have to listen to us.
There's plenty of people on the chat who can vouch that we are idiots.
Yeah.
So anybody from Sonic Academy, don't hesitate to jump in. Like so, yeah. Look, people are asking. I'd love to do this a bit more, Phil. If you're up for it, I would love.
Let's do it.
I'd love to do.
We really should be doing a monthly one at least.
I think we should try and do a monthly one. I mean, I don't know if you like it. We have fun doing it.
Yeah.
So,
do you know what, we always talk about this. We always get like nervous. It's not nervous, but it's like because it's stressful because there's a lot of stuff to try and put together, and then especially when stuff doesn't work at the start, it's sort of, it's like a double shift. Do you ever have to do an old double shift in work where you like went in the morning, then you had to go home and come back? But I think maybe if we introduced it on I think Thursday night works because we could maybe have a couple more beers.
Yes, it's for Thursday night doesn't feel like a school night, does it?
No.
It feels like the pre-start of the weekend. So
Yeah.
there you. And look,
Overconfident Thursdays. You should come down again. Then we go to the pub again.
Yeah, but then I have to drink 0 beers and drive home. But yeah,
I've got the studio couch now is a pull-out double bed.
Listen,
You
everyone,
could
he's
literally just
he's
stay.
constantly begging me to stay in his studio. I don't know why.
There's even a wee beer fridge and all for you, Chrissy.
Look, I think I'm being groomed.
Yeah. Delete. All right.
Listen, guys, thank you very much for joining us. We will be back next week, by the way.
Oh yeah, we're going to be. Is it next week or the week after next week? We're giving you.
No, it's next week.
Is it next week?
It's next week.
That's not enough time for people to
It
finish the
is.
remixes.
They've had 3 weeks.
Do you want another week?
No. say no in the chat, please. You don't want another week.
Okay, next week.
Listen, thank you so much for joining us to everyone. Lovely seeing all the cool names or the usual names and new ones again. So, look, we will try and chat seriously about getting a more regular thing going here because it is lots of fun.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right. Thanks, guys. Catch you later.